is to show you how to configure recommendation statuses. First, let's take a look at where that shows. Inside a recommendation, you will be able to select the status based on the verbiage that you would like to use for your company. So we have some default language: proposed, planned, in progress, etc. And we are adding a few more, and you now have the ability to configure that, as well as set a particular status state for it. So let me show you what that looks like. We're going to go down to Account Settings. There's a new tile, Recommendation Settings. In Recommendation Statuses, you can now decide if a status is active or inactive for your company. So if you don't want a status of on hold, you can deselect. If instead of in progress, you would like to have that say working on it, you can do that here, and it'll change the title of it inside of your platform. I'm going to leave that for in progress, but you can update the language here. You can add an additional status if you would like. Wherever you would like the default to start, so if you go to create a new recommendation, I would like it to start as proposed. You can set the default here. And then for the state, we have 4 states that cannot be changed. They're in the state of not started, started, completed, or declined. This is for reporting and ease of setting options for printing. For example, in the budget report, the out of the gate default setting is to not include recommendations that have been completed or declined. You can always select them inside of the budget itself, but just we make the assumption that you will not want to include those that are declined or completed. You're welcome to add them back in. For each state, you also want to determine what color that status would be. For example, a status of won't move forward, I would maybe put as black. Red maybe if it is in jeopardy. This will be used in the customer success module. The other piece is if you have a proposed project, you can select a probability percent. So completed, again, wouldn't have a probability percent. Declined wouldn't have a probability percent. And one that is in progress. But if you have one that you have proposed or planned, something that is in the not started state, then we would assume you might want to see a probability around that. So that's what that probability setting is for. So that should get you going. When you are complete, you hit Save Changes at the top, and then you will be able to go back into recommendations and use those statuses. If you have any questions, reach out to support@lifecycleinsights.io, and happy lifecycling.